Hello, good morning. This is World University and Schools live Hangout on Air on Monday, June 24th, 2019. And I'm Scott McLeod. And as we wait to see if people will join us, I know one person will, I'd love to share with you a little bit about some new updates. And in terms of reaching out to high achieving students, high school students who might be interested in World University and School. So I have in mind here, for example, students who would have completed their Abitur exam in Germany. So finished Gymnasium, the high school in Germany that's university oriented, and successfully completed their Abitur. And I'm interested in reaching out to American students who might similarly be academically oriented, and also students in all 200 countries around the world. So first in English, and then eventually in other countries' main languages, for free to students degrees based on CC4, Creative Commons for MIT OpenCourseWare, which is in 5 languages with about 2,500 courses in English. So the 3 sort of news updates I'd like to share with you include one, that World University and School is about studying online. So classes will be taken on the internet only through World University and School. And 2, that World University and School is internationally recognized, and that we're licensing right now with the State of California's Bureau of Private Post-Secondary Education, and then planning to accredit with WUaS Senior. This is the same organization that accredits Stanford and UC Berkeley and the other 9 University of Californias and 150 or so other universities or colleges on the West Coast, and some internationally. And the third is that we're free to students for degrees. So you can simply apply, potentially matriculate, and then enroll for first a free to students bachelor's degree. The way we're structuring this is in terms of the classes that you'll be taking, include 3 ways also at this point. First, we'd like to facilitate the conference method for teaching and learning, which is the approach Reed College in Portland, Oregon uses, and includes both seminar, communication, conversation around a table, so to speak, so here in Google Group Video Hangouts, as well as lectures. Often the lectures inform some of the conversation that goes on around the table or in 10-person group video hangouts. And the lectures will be from MIT faculty, and they'll also be potentially from YouTube or other OpenCourseWare like Yale OpenYale Courses. The second method, pedagogically, learning-wise, that our online World University and School will seek to facilitate is the sort of a threads approach for asynchronous learning. So Harvard Law professor emeritus Charles Nesson, in his 2016 Jury X course, Harvard X course, edX course, introduced these threads technologies. Basically conversation in group text that's asynchronous. So students at World University and School will be able to come into conversation with each other, for example, about videos that hypothetically a Charles Nesson would have shared, did share, has shared. And out of that conversation, learning will develop. And the third method we'd like to develop, and perhaps in new ways, is independent study. So a student would take a MIT OpenCourseWare course that would be in their major or within the distribution sort of focus of their major, and study it on their own. And a graduate student would perhaps at the end provide feedback. But World University and School will facilitate this further by potentially adapting MIT OpenCourseWare. So adding it to machine learning and finding new ways, possibly even to personalize a course, a single course, to an individual doing an independent study. The Creative Commons 4 licensing of MIT OpenCourseWare, which World University and School is operating with, says three things. That, for example, World University and School can share these MIT OpenCourseWare course materials. Secondly, that we can adapt them. So World University and School can adapt them with machine learning, potentially. And third, that it's non-commercial. Hence, World University and School will offer free to students degrees. And I've also recently updated worlduniversityandschool.org's main website, significantly. So all of these items, studying online, internationally recognized free to students degrees, are all newly outlined, as well as the MIT OpenCourseWare disclaimers with the MIT OpenCourseWare link. And in addition, the 12 main wiki areas that World University and School is facilitating: languages, nation states, you at World University and School, museums, libraries, music school at World University and School, educational software, hardware resource possibilities, etc., are all there for open wiki teaching and learning. And as you may know, World University and School seeks to be in all 200 countries' main and official languages for free to students degrees. So we want to be in Japan, in Japanese, offering bachelor, PhD, law, medicine, as well as IB high school. And we also are seeking to develop in all known living languages, 7,111 living languages, as wiki schools for open teaching and learning in those languages. And Wikipedia, Wikidata, World University and School donated ourselves to Wikidata for co-development in 2015, is in 300 languages. So there's about 6,900 languages to go. One definition of language is mutual intelligibility. So that's a little bit about where World University and School is for graduating high school students, for gymnasium students who might have taken the Abitur in Germany and might also speak English. We're seeking potentially 500 to matriculate who are German Abitur students, and potentially as many American students who are high-achieving, academically oriented students who might be interested in a free MIT OpenCourseWare-centric bachelor's degree, much science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, and humanities, arts, social sciences as well. So that's a little overview for students, for 17 and 18-year-olds potentially, possibly their parents as well, who might be interested in studying online, either from home or possibly when we get to the PhD process, if you, for example, went to Reed College, just brainstorming wise, and you were living in a Reed house, a house that 5 students were renting together, a kind of collective in Portland, Oregon, perhaps you would just stay on in that house and study for a PhD in a year or two at World University and School from that comfortable location of Portland, Oregon. So I'm glad to see Fritz has joined us. And if Fritz, you have observations or thoughts or ideas you'd like to share, questions, please add them to the chat. I know you've had voice technology issues so far. Also, on Friday afternoon, in these WUaS Live Hangouts on Air, we held another one. Peter Bote and myself, Peter Bote was in Bremen, Germany, and it's partly in English and partly in German. And it's in the youtube.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH World University and School channel. And it's, I think, dated June 21st, 2019. So just 4 days ago. That's a resource. If you're a German Abitur student and would like to learn a little bit more about World University and School for you, there's a approximately 23-minute long video, partly in German. It's more in English. So if you're an American student and are interested in studying online at MIT OpenCourseWare Centric World University and School, check out that video on Friday, this past Friday as well, which is a conversation as well. Fritz, questions, thoughts, ideas, things you'd like to share? I'm focusing this live Hangout on Air for students who might be interested in matriculating at the undergraduate level. So German Abitur students, but also American students. This would all be in English, and also students from all 200 countries from home studying World University and School, MIT OpenCourseWare Online. Fritz writes, thank you, Scott. I am fascinated and enthusiastic about the new options to learning interactively on this newly created platform. Great. Thank you, Fritz, for your observation. And it is, World University and School is a fascinating project to develop. And I hope you as a potential student will help grow it by studying here. The wiki side of World University and School, apart from, say, the degree side, is also a very creative potential because we can all teach and learn on the wiki. In developing this open-ended, multi-authored wiki in many languages, there will be the opportunity to share and sort of develop a learning conversation that's very generative, because when one teaches to the wiki, one learns something in that process and conversationally as well. I think I'd like, Fritz, if you have other thoughts or ideas or questions, please type them in the chat. I think I'm going to keep this World University and School live Hangout on Air brief today, and let the video speak for itself on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH. Similarly with the twitter.com feed, twitter.com/WORLDUNIVANDSCH. And the main website homepage is newly significantly updated, worlduniversityandschool.org. And the email address is info@WORLDUNIVANDSCH ERSITYANDSCHOOL.org. Please check out that as well. Fritz, thanks so much for joining. Appreciating your comments and questions in the chat very much. And the next live hangout on air for World University and School will happen next Monday, a week from today. See you then. And thank you very much. Bye for now.